G'day, James Rose here again from Content Snare. This is part 4 in our Getting Content from Clients series. So if you are just joining us now, I'll drop a link in back to video 1 so you can start there. But we're talking about this time wireframes and structure. I think it's easy for us as designers or digital agencies to visualize what a website's going to look like, and we're thinking about different parts, like a team blurb or even like a hero header. Everyone's familiar with that. We've got a background image and a headline and all that kind of stuff. We can visualize that as we're talking to the client, where clients might not be as good as us at that. Some of them have no idea. If you're talking about like a picture you've got in your mind of what this website's going to look like, they might be completely on a different page. So the easiest way to get around this is using wireframes and structure, because then, well, especially wireframes here, because then there's no ambiguity. You can show a client what it's going to look like. So the easiest way is to do something like this, which is a generic wireframe that in this case we've got a basic heading, a basic navigation area, a heading, a little blurb, a couple of buttons, and an image on the right. Now this obviously doesn't look, this is just a wireframe, it's not a final website, but it still helps your client visualize what it's going to look like. Now, there's multiple ways you can do this. You could knock this up in something like Sketch, whatever design tool you're using. Wireframes like mockups or balsamic, a couple of tools for generating wireframes. These days, I'm finding a lot of people are doing this directly in their page builder. If you're using something like Beaver Builder or Elementor on WordPress, you could have a whole bunch of these sample sections on a dummy website that you could refer clients to. So this might look like a lot of work if you have to do this for every client. And that's what I want to stress here, is you don't have to. So once you've got a set of like pretty close templates, like a pretty good range, you might have a hero header that's just one big image, or one like this where there's an image on the right hand side only. So once you've got a little library of these going on, you don't have to do that work every time. It's going to get you most of the way there. It maybe 80%. You might need to do a few little tweaks, but then you could drop in your hero header, an about blurb, a team section, and a footer, and you've done the homepage, right? And it's pretty close, but it's going to be a lot better for your client to actually visualize it. There's actually a couple of tools out there, or packs of wireframes ready to go, so you don't even have to do these yourself. I'll drop a couple of links in the show, in the notes below the video. But the final part of this too is the structure. So actually breaking these wireframes down into their respective content areas. So you can see here, this is a screenshot of Content Snare, which is our content collection tool. But what I mainly wanted to show there is that wireframe like mock-up at the bottom, where we've actually labeled headline, subheadline, and button, because then you can create some content areas below this where it's just for a headline, and they can type in their headline and then they can type in their subheadline. We'll go into this in more detail in the next video, but this is kind of just something I wanted to show you. That's it for the visualization problem. Really, all I wanted to talk about was using some kind of visual reference for your clients inside your content requests, and we'll see how this works in part 5. So I'll see you in that video shortly.